What a place to be on a Wednesday night. Is everyone okay? Is everyone doing all right? Everyone got a drink? Everyone comfy? Fabulous stuff. Well, welcome to the Hot Box in Chelmsford. Welcome to the Essex Book Festival event with my good guest next to me here. For those who don't know, my name's Rob Jelly. I work for the BBC doing creative art stuff with BBC Upload. Well, that's my hat I wear on another day. Tonight is all about Nicolas next to me here, who's going to do some readings from the book as well for you this evening. So we're going to hear some of the book itself at the start and the end of our chats, and we will have a thorough chat about how this book came to be, how Nicolas found his way into writing in the first place as well. And at the end of this evening, around 40 minutes time, we'll have some questions. So if you think of anything along the way, please just make a note of it. If you want to jot it down, please do that as well. Not a problem. There are no silly questions when it comes to books and writing and things like that. There are only silly people. And one of them sat up here as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Nicolas Padamsee. Come on. Are you well, sir?
Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be back in Chelmsford. Went to school here, had a lot of the defining moments of my life here. Made so many of my closest friends here. So yeah, it's a real pleasure to be back. And thanks to all of those friends for coming tonight. Thanks to my mum for coming, and thanks to everyone else. Lovely to be here.
Well, we'll get to the origin story of you as a writer in a little while. Your book, England Is Mine, has been out for just over a year now. Before you read a little bit of it from me, has it sunk in yet that you have a book? Like, there it is, your name right there at the top of the book. Has it sunk in?
I think it still feels very special going into a bookshop and seeing it. It's one of the things you've imagined so many hundreds of thousands of times, and there's so many moments when you're feeling low that it seems like it's never going to happen, and those lows often last months and months and years and years. So yeah, it still feels very special, and a lot of incredible things have happened to do with the book since it came out. So yeah, it's been amazing.
And it's lovely to be able to bring a book like this, which has got such a deep meaning to it, into a place which has had so many other amazing creative people on the walls as sort of surrounding us, who have brought their art to this very stage as well. So to share it with you is very magical for me as well. So I'm very grateful to you. Do you want to do us a little bit of a reading from the start of the book, and then we'll get into chatting about how it came to be?
Sure. So I'll read from the very opening of the book. The pre-show music stops. Darkness. A plastic cup whizzes over David, showering him with beer. He laughs and runs a hand through his hair. Brixton Academy, Carl Williams, a gig he's looked forward to for 8 months. He's wearing 2 t-shirts, the one he came in, plus a new exclusive one from the merch stall with tonight's tour date. The girl in front screams, starts the video, wrists wrapped in red and black barbed wire gummy bracelets. He's tall enough to see over her phone and all the other phones. Zoe, his stepsister, not so. Fans jostle to get closer. In shards of smoke and sherbet light, Carl walks on, swigging a bottle of wine, and salutes the crowd. Good evening, London. The crush worsens, helping David and Zoe slide into the pit. Carl opens with Sleeping Pills, a song by his former band, Salom. Guitar jangles, spiky and blue. David closes his eyes to savor the moment and finds himself tumbling left in a sway. Zoe grabs hold of him and tumbles too. Carl yanks the collar of his shirt and claps and points and punches the air. I'll return empty-handed, David sings, but with you. Before the next song, Zoe untuggles her chunky chain necklace and pockets it. No way that was staying on. David falls on the sticky, beer-soaked floor again and again, but each time is pulled up. There's no menace in the crowd. Everyone's on the same team. He manages to take a couple of photos. The sways are too intense for him to aim the camera. He's thankful for his Dr. Martens. Behind Carl and his touring musicians, large screens play fast-moving, black and white videos of bleak, empty streets, interspersed with images of Jermaine Greer, Ralph Ellison, Emily Dickinson. Floodlights spray vibrant colours over the stage and out onto the crowd. Carl says little between songs. It's a slick, professional performance. When he returns for the encore, he mumbles something about England. Unrecognisable, isn't it? Cheers. Carl smirks, shrugs, and motions to his musicians to play the final song. David wonders what Carl meant, then puts it out of his mind. Black Glass is a favourite, an early solo one. You'll pay a price, he sings. Outside, he can't stop shivering, the steady slash of winter air. Yet he's seen Carl, and it was even better than he thought it would be. His eyes rest on the entrance, which glows neon green, and whose battered old billboards are slotted with black letters that read Carl Williams, sold out. His eyeliner has run. His ears ring. His hair is frizzy, swamped with beer. His jeans no longer seem super skinny. The plastic cap on a lace has split open, leaving a thready mess. Sharing a cigarette with Zoe, he examines his photos and posts the least blurry one on Instagram with a simple comment. Best night of my life. Hashtag Carl Williams. Hashtag Salom. Hashtag Brixton Academy.
It's so vivid. It's so vivid when you describe that gig, and especially a gig that's clearly important to David in this story. Is there a gig for you that you remember to that nth degree of detail?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure there's sort of one specific gig, but there's definitely one specific band, which is the Libertines. I must have seen Libertines dozens of times, seen Pete solo for 60, 70 times over 20, 30 years. And the reason I sort of wanted to open the novel in that scenario is I wanted to show David somewhere he feels comfortable, somewhere he feels like he belongs, somewhere he feels safe, and where everyone is on the same team. And definitely, the strongest sense of belonging I've ever had in my life have been in those Libertines gigs. The raucousness of falling over, being pulled up by a random stranger, falling over again, and just being absolutely jubilant in that. I've never been able to sort of replicate that sense of belonging anywhere outside of that gig environment.
It is one of those quite difficult to describe experiences if you've never been to a gig that's that kind of rowdy, and you do think, I don't know if I should be here, but you find your people, you find your tribe, and I think whether that's in music, if that's in poetry or theatre, in writing, I think when you find your people, there's something very magical about having that.